Hello, my finest of friends. Welcome to another Retro RHLSTP. It's a chance for you to catch up on shows you missed, rewatch them, and let your friends know about these shows by forwarding the links to them. Say, look, why don't you get into this? It's good. There's thousands of episodes of it. Enjoy it. We're putting the YouTube videos up for free for the first time. These are all from, this one's from early 2023 with Josh Widdicombe, who's related to the king. He should be the king of this country. He would have abused that. It'd have been worse than Andrew, I think, if he'd got that power. That's just a guess. So if you like these, please support us by going to gofasterstripe.com/badges. Become a monthly badger. Give us a little bit of money. You'll get all the videos and loads of other extras as well. Ad-free podcasts. Entered into prize competitions. You get a badge and a membership pack. And all that money goes to making more podcasts. We need your money because, there aren't as many adverts, are there? Even if you don't have the advert, if you do have the adverts, there aren't as many. Have you noticed? Anyway, sit back, relax, and enjoy the wonderful Josh Widdicombe, who I have just libelled. He's a very nice man. All power corrupts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Leicester Square Theatre. Please welcome a man whose zombie dreams have come true. It's Richard Herring! Thank you very much! Hello, London! I've just realised I've completely forgotten to do any of the RHLSTP things. Welcome! to Rich Herring's Leicester Square Theatre. Oh, no, it's right. It's okay. Forget it. I'm not on tour. It's all right. I was just so full of myself. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Hello. We'll start again. Hello, Leicester Square Theatre. Welcome to Rich Herring's Leicester Square Theatre podcast. I was talking to the Millennium Bug the other day. Remember him? 23 years old he is now. Still going well. He calls it RHLSTP, so there you go. I had it all lined. I thought I had to come up with a Richard Herring's, lolloping sausage tarantula thing. So I could just, it's pretty easy to do it, isn't it? Just don't have to do that anymore. Look, I was, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, last week or the week before, I was talking about how I want to have zombie films and dinosaur films where they just get on and they're fine and everything's all right and they just rebuild society. And then, as I was saying that, the episode 3 of The Last of Us was on. It was exactly. Have you seen it yet with Ron Swanson in it? It's exactly that. Just there was a bit more bumming than I'd anticipated. That was just a bit more, and I'd put quite a lot of bumming into my one. But they thought, let's put a bit more bumming in. So I'm very, very pleased that that's happened. And what's been going on? Brexit's been going well. That's what I've noticed. And, people still sticking up for it. A lot of the architects of Brexit still sticking up for it. And I think that all the main architects of Brexit, there should be a statue made of them and put in Parliament Square, which with a big sign saying, Brexit was our idea. So Farage, Johnson, Gove, Rees-Mogg maybe lying down in the front. And then history will be the judge, won't it? History will be the judge of whether they're heroes or villains. Also in the news, at time of recording, a man was convicted of treason for breaking into Buckingham Palace and trying to shoot the Queen with a crossbow in 2021. What an idiot. She was about to die anyway. What a waste of... My advice to any murderers listening, just wait. People die in the end anyway, so... There's no need to go to prison, so please. I've had a nice week. I went to Wolverhampton Literature Festival on Saturday, which is just a load of men standing in a basement looking at a copy of Fiesta they found in the shopping centre. Yeah, take that, Wolverhampton. It was nice. It was nice. It was in Wolverhampton Art Gallery, which is just a room in a cellar with some pictures torn out of Fiestas. And I made the mistake of, I haven't toured for a while, and I thought I'll stop at services halfway and have some lunch, and it's be in the south of the country, so the services will be nice, right? That's you travel around, there'll be a Marks and Spencer's or a Pret a Manger there. I made the mistake of stopping at Watford Gap service stations, which is like travelling back into the 1970s, and It was so bad, I decided to have lunch in Wolverhampton. That is where, just literally the only place, there's just a trough there. It was very nice. I had a very nice time at the Wolverhampton Literature Festival. I don't know why I'm being so rude about it. Good. Look, we'll crack straight on. I've got a lot of energy today. That's good. It's good. My guest this week, first time he's been on the podcast since October the 27th, 2014. What's he been up to? He's probably best known for being the editorial assistant on the Dora the Explorer magazine. That's why we're all here today. Will you please welcome Josh Widdicombe, ladies and gentlemen. It's Josh Widdicombe from Dora the Explorer. Come in.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be back.
Yeah. So it's amazing how time flies by, isn't it? It's an incredible
Genuinely, I thought I'd done it about 5 years ago, so...
Me too, but no, this is the way it goes. Tell us briefly, I know you have talked about the Dora the Explorer thing.
It's
on
all
TV.
I'm happy to revisit. Always.
How did you get that job?
Quite weird.
That's the big
So it was when I moved to London. I was 22, and I moved to London. I didn't know what to do, but I'd been in Manchester and worked at Deansgate Waterstones. Don't know if you know it. Biggest bookshop outside of London. And I got put in the children's section. That was my section for a year.
As a punishment for something?
just a height thing. Oh no, they put me. So on my floor was children's and sport and cooking.
Do you have to have a special? Do they test? Do you have to pass some test to go in the children's
I think they
section?
just put you because I don't know why they would have put me in the children's section. I cleared all my checks and stuff, but then when I moved to London, I applied for this job as the editorial assistant on Dora the Explorer and Angelina Ballerina.
Okay.
She's been written out of history cruelly. And in the interview, I knew an incredible amount about children's literature for a 22-year-old boy. And so I don't know why I called myself a boy. That was a weird... that kind of thing. I dressed in a school uniform as well. That was a mistake. Got the job, though.
Wow.
It was a great year of my life.
Yeah.
And I did Angelina, Dora, and a bit of Captain Scarlet.
Oh, yeah. I used to love Captain Scarlet.
Yeah. So that was edited by... Do you remember the band Cud?
No.
All right. Well, that's not an anecdote,
Well, some other people might.
The bass player from Cud was the editor of Captain Scarlet magazine. Some fans in.
I mean,
Does anyone remember Cud? Yeah.
It's like a trampoline to success, isn't it?
No. Cud were before.
Oh, were they before? Oh, it's like the opposite of a tramp.
It was like a soft landing.
Yeah, like a big net.
Yeah.
that catches people. Oh,
yeah, but it was a nice year. Nice year in my life.
Good. Well, thanks for coming back to tell us about that. That's all I wanted to know about. Look, the very exciting news that's happened to you since we were last here is you've been on a show that I'd love to be on, which is Who Do You Think You Are?
Yes.
But you kind of aced. I mean, you got the dream.
I got the dream.
The Danny Dyer dream.
Yes.
Of discovering that you are directly related.
I'm the 15 times great grandson of Henry VIII. Too right. A man who I think there's a lot of shit written about that guy.
Yeah.
But it's time for a reappraisal. So what happened is he had an affair with... Oh, fuck, I can't remember her name. Mary Boleyn, Anne Boleyn's sister.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Mary Boleyn, yeah.
Yeah, Mary Boleyn. And the child from that is my grandma times 14, or grandfather times 14. Wow. That person's not that important. It's the ones above that matter. Yeah, so that was cool.
Did you have any... You knew there was
I
some
had no
famous
inkling.
people in
I knew that... the only thing I knew was that on my dad's side, we were vague descendants of the Barings Bank. You know the Barings Bank that went under in the 90s?
Yes.
So if about 50 people had died, I'd have got that money.
Right.
If it was still there.
I guess the dream is you do go on Who Do You Think You Are, and you find out you're related to the royal family, and they work out that actually you should be the next king. That is the dream, right?
Yeah,
That's the real
like
one.
King Ralph. I don't know if you remember King Ralph.
Actually, we've checked the charts and you are a higher priority.
I think it'd be a fucking nightmare. I'd be like, yeah, that's good, but I've got to do a podcast with Rob Beckett on Monday. So, would you want to? Would you take over now?
Yeah, come on.
Would you?
Yeah, it'd be great. You get all the castles.
Yeah.
You can have sex with like underage girls and stuff and get away with it for ages. Then it turns a bit
Possibly
nasty.
get away with it forever.
Probably, yeah, probably some of them have.
I think you might have given it away a bit early, though. I mean, his interview was bad, but this is worse.
I was in Pizza Express.
Yeah, of course.
With some young women. You're also related to Lettuce Knollies.
So Lettuce Knollies,
Lettuce-
Knowles, I think it is.
Knowles, okay.
Lettuce Knowles was, so she was about 10 above me.
Right.
She had an affair with, she was in the love triangle between Queen Elizabeth I and, some fucking toff.
Yeah, there's a few.
What-
was it dark? It was
The Earl of something.
it was the one that Elizabeth
Do you know
first
that
liked.
one of the problems with me doing Who Do You Think You Are?
Yeah.
Was they kept revealing things because I haven't got a knowledge of history. I didn't know what it meant. So there was a bit when one of my relatives, one of the first people they revealed was the Henry of Holland, not Henry Holland, the fashion designer. And he basically owned Holland Park, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And his job was the groom of the stool. Are you aware what the groom of the stool is?
It's to do with the toilet, right? Yeah.
Yes, so
He wipes the king's.
he wipes the king's arse. That's
Yeah.
his job, right? It was to go into the room into the toilet with the king and wipe his arse.
Yeah.
But it was a really important job because he's the only person ever left alone with the king. Because even when the king sleeps, there was people around.
Yeah.
So people would be paying him and stuff, and he'd have to slip and like chat while he was wiping the arse.
Yeah.
Why was I saying that?
Because that was you're related to
so
him.
he
You were
was
happy
like-
enough with that one.
Yeah, I was
this
happy
is
like-
brilliant.
And then, so they did that scene where they told me that. I was like, well, I get that. And then they went, but then the Civil War came along. And I thought, I don't know what that means. Is that bad news or good news? It doesn't sound brilliant by your tone of voice, but I'm not 100% sure where this leaves my arse-wiping relative.
I would imagine when you get executed, you probably void your bowels quite badly. So that would
Yeah,
be.
he got
that'd be a
hung
bad
outside
job.
House of
Oh,
Parliament.
did he get?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So, yeah, don't joke about it.
Sorry, I'm sorry for your
Bit
loss.
soon for my tastes.
Sorry for your loss. Very sorry for your loss.
Your edgy humour.
The other thing when I googled you,
Oh, no.
one of the things that comes up.
This is a bad start.
No, one of the things that comes up is
I've never had an interview where the person says, I've never had an interview where the person says, when I Googled you.
But, you know,
And B, never have they been able to fail to get the question out.
you know, like a list of questions come up when you Google someone. Then
Yeah, we're going through them now.
questions that people ask.
I'm not
What-
disabled if that's the question.
No, it is. It says, what is Josh Widdicombe's
Yeah,
disability?
I knew it would be.
And it
Yeah.
answers it.
Does it?
Yeah.
What? Well,
It
no, I've answered it myself.
He was infected with hand, foot, and mouth disease.
On Google.
So when you Google it,
can't be on Google.
It is. That's the answer that comes up.
What a fucking sham. That's what the pods at Silicon Valley have come up with. So, well, obviously, I'm not disabled, not that I've got an issue with it.
Yeah.
But I'm on the last leg, so people presume I'm disabled. To be honest, it's a good reflection of the fact I shouldn't have the job in the first fucking place. But Rosie Jones wasn't on TV at that point, so there I was. So, I have had hand, foot, and mouth.
You haven't had it.
I have, yeah.
You have
I've
had
had it, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's your disability now.
It's not the same thing that all the cows had and were slaughtered
not.
for.
Okay.
No. Have you had it? Hand, foot,
No,
mouth?
I know that kids. Is there something that kids get?
Yeah,
at
I got
school
it off my
every day?
daughter.
Yeah.
And you get spots around your mouth.
Okay.
And spots all over your hands.
And that's a disability for someone on TV. So,
yeah.
you know, now you can, when you go in, you go, I am allowed to be here because I once had spots around my mouth.
I wasn't allowed to do the last leg. I had to do it on Zoom.
Right.
And they said, I can't, well, they didn't say. I said to someone, what should I do? And they, because obviously I can't go near anyone. I've got, like, I'm covered in spots, so I'm infectious. And they said, well, could you do it without makeup? I was like, this is not this week. No. This will be the worst fucking week. So I had to do it on Zoom, which is quite nice, because 11 p.m. you just log off and you're at home.
Yeah. I think they should do everything on Zoom. I mean, they
Well,
did.
you're here.
Do you remember? I know. I resent having to come in all during lockdown. I could do these from home. It's the same thing. I couldn't do it without you. I mean, I did do it for a year without you, so I could definitely do it without you. Whether it would be good or not is another question. Right?
Are you one of those people that needs an audience?
I didn't know. I've again in lockdown. I found out not. So I do loads of things that are like. I think if you had an audience there, it would be worse because you would know what you're doing wasn't funny. So I find doing stuff without an audience is quite liberating because it means you can. I do a puppet show with ventriloquist dolls.
Yeah.
That I improvise for an hour.
Yeah.
If there was an audience in that, I mean, I have done a couple with an audience and it's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable for me or them. But if I'm just sitting in my attic, it's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. If I'm clearing stones off a field, if there was an audience for that, that would be...
Yeah.
I do a lot of strange things. Do a lot of weird things. I was listening to your audiobook of Parenting Hell with Rob Beckett. It was out of your popular...
Did you use one of your... I bet you've got loads of Audible vouchers, or did you?
I pay for my Audible.
I pay for my Audible as well.
And we...
I've never caught up.
I have to buy it, because I do a book club version of this as well, so I interview someone about a book every week.
So you're the only person using their Audible vouchers?
I've used them. I have to buy 3 extra every month.
Fucking hell, Rich.
I love Audible. Why not sponsor my book club? Because I mention them every week anyway, so they don't have to. They're not. Ian Audible's no fool. My favourite thing in the book, I mean, it's a book about being a parent. I think it's a book for parents. I think it's fair to say people who've been parents.
It's a book for everyone.
Yeah, well, I think people who haven't had kids will find it boring.
Do you know what? You bang on.
And irritating, and they won't understand it. But anyone who has had kids, it's a very good. It's a very enjoyable. It's not entirely true. You guys have got.
It's not entirely. What the second bit?
No, the first.
For anyone who's
bit,
had kids, it's very good. That's not entirely true either.
My favourite bit was what you took to hospital when your first child was born. You took something with you. Do you remember what it was? In the hope of...
Was it Great Expectations?
It was the book of Great Expectations.
Yeah, I haven't got any further with it.
That you've never read before. You thought the time to get into Great Expectations.
I thought there'd be a lot of breastfeeding.
It wasn't even for the waiting. There might have been a bit of waiting around before the baby was born. But once the baby's born, you can't start reading a book.
What else are you going to do?
Help with the
No, but I know that now. I know that now, but at the time I thought the first 5 years would be a lot of kind of daytime TV and tea and biscuits and stuff.
Time to catch up on Great
Expectations. Which I've read the first 10 pages of. It's shit. Do you like it?
I studied for O-level. Well, I'm going to... proper O-level.
Yeah.
And I did quite like it, and I'm going to recommend, if you really want to have a go at it...
Is there an abridged version?
No, there's an Audible audio book, and I love Audible, read by Martin Jarvis from Rings on Their Fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Apart from one of the Jewish characters, which is a bit questionable, he's extremely good.
Oh, God.
It's an extremely good reading of it.
Okay.
So give that a go with one of your Audible credits.
Currently reading an Audible book that is listening to an Audible book that's 42 hours long.
Oh, is it The History of the World?
No, get this.
Okay. There was Simon's...
No, it's the opposite of The History of the World.
Right.
So that is something you'd allow 42 hours for.
Yeah.
It is a history of the United Kingdom from 1979 to 1982.
You love those the early Thatcher years. Want to catch up?
Yeah,
on.
but she comes and goes. There's a lot of other stuff as well. I'm currently 6 hours in. It is good.
Wow, okay.
I listened to that.
That's a a book about 3 years.
79, 80,
Why?
81, 82, 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. It's...
How can they make that 40 hours? That's like, you might as well just relive those 4 years.
I'm still 25 hours off the Falklands War. Because I listened to that history podcast, The Rest is History.
Yeah.
And one of them wrote it, and I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. I downloaded it without looking at the running time. It's 900 pages in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, good. I mean, that's why you can't use up your Audible credits. No one get through that many. What was I going to say?
I tried Spare on Audible. Did you listen to Spare?
No.
Is he not done your book club?
I haven't. I thought I probably couldn't get Prince Harry after what I've said about his uncle.
He doesn't like him.
Does he not?
Well, I don't know.
Have you listened to it?
I gave up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's tough going. There's a bit where he sings your song that is flabbergasting.
I've heard that bit. Someone put that on Twitter. Yeah, I did hear that.
I'm not on Twitter, so that was fresh. Yeah, but I gave up because there was five chapters in a row about learning to fly an Apache helicopter.
Okay.
Fuck off. No one is here for that. It's like turns into Bravo 20 and I was out.
Right. Well, you know, he killed. Was 25? Is it? How many? What was his count?
25 Taliban.
25 Taliban
fighters.
Good. You know. Well.
But as Marina Hyde wrote, but they still won.
Yeah, that's true. I chose the book that I chose. I thought I had an outside chance of getting on.
Yeah.
Was Matthew Perry's autobiography.
Oh yeah, have you listened
which I think
to that?
is similarly probably written by someone who isn't very self-aware.
I would say I'd love to have a discussion with you about that when we're not being recorded and put online, because I found his repetition that he was one of the funniest men in the world difficult to deal with. Particularly considering how unfunny the fucking book was.
But it's worth listening to again. You know, I mean, you don't know when you write your own books. You don't know how self-aware you are. You hope you're self-aware, but then you read some books and you go, "This person does not know how they come across from their own book."
Yeah, yeah.
I often write books that I'm trying to make myself look bad, so I think that's different than the way most people write them.
Yeah. I don't know what to say here, because that would, if I said, so you are quite self-aware, that would look awful. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? And then you have to do the audiobook, and that's very confronting, I think. And I've heard a couple of stories about people I won't name who had their books ghost written.
Yes.
And then got into the audiobook, reading and went, oh God, this is shit. One of the people who's very well respected and another who's not.
Right.
But the one who's not's a lovely bloke.
Yeah.
And the one who's well respected isn't. So there's something for everyone in those anecdotes, I tell you.
I mean, that's a funny scenario to sort of read your own autobiography
for the first
time as you're doing the audiobook and they're going, I never fucking did that. You can't say anything. It is an interesting thing about people who become as successful as you are on TV. You're doing a lot of things, and the book with Rob is about how difficult it is to juggle parenthood with a job like yours.
Yeah.
But there's people who do so much stuff, and you kind of think, how do they find the time?
I know it's difficult. How do you find the time? But I don't know. You just never stop and then burn out. From my experience,
I think it's different. You know, I think like in my 20s and 30s, I would have been very much like, you know, whatever comes in, I'm going to take. Now I'm in my 50s. I'm kind of and that post-lockdown, I kind of think, this year, I hope nothing comes in. I hope no one comes and says, "Can you write this thing?" Or
so
can
you
you
get an
be in
email
this
from your agent. Good news, nothing's come in. Thank fuck for that.
Well, this keeps me ticking along. This is all fine.
Yeah.
This is going well. Takes up quite a lot of time. But I just thought, you know, I think lockdown, I mean, obviously lockdown for you was you was all your work's basically stopped, and this is why you started doing this podcast. Partly. And for me, it just made me think I'd really love being at home with my family.
That's
at the moment.
exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
Despite the content of the podcast, I felt exactly like I hadn't had evenings off in a decade, and suddenly you're like, this is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching the Champions League. Or I'm watching, I don't know, like even just, I'm watching all those things you watch during lockdown, or Gardener's World. And you're like, this is brilliant, and I love it. And then the world opens up and you're like, oh, fuck. back to, you know.
But, you know, it's hard to turn things down, right? And I understand, and as a comedian, I understand
That's the freelance fear, right?
Yeah. But equally, when you've got to, you know, it's you a little bit because you do a lot of things, but there's people I think who've been on TV for 20 or 30 years pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
They must have made a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
And you kind of think, when do they ever sit down and spend any of that money or just have a day off and do something with it?
Yeah, well, I think in 5 years, I'm going to stop and spend the money.
Right.
That's a weird thing to say in an interview. No, I don't want to work really hard for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I've started easing off.
Yeah.
I haven't really done much that isn't my own stuff. This is the first thing I've done that isn't my own stuff in months and months and months.
Sure.
So why am I here?
I forced you to come in.
No, I've wanted to do this for 9 years. But yeah, I think I think there's a period when you go, I've got to take everything, got to take everything, got to do everything, got to do everything, and then it takes a long time. You know, when you start comedy, you think, well, they must feel safe.
Yeah.
No one ever feels safe.
No. I know. It's really because there is, you know, there's a group of comedians who are sort of interchangeably on everything.
Yeah.
Which you probably are a member.
Happily signed up member, mate.
And you seem to, like, every now and again to give longevity, you'll change the person you're working with to fool people into thinking you're a different act.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
Switch Acaster for Nish, no one notices.
And it's, you know,
too bloody right. The problem is, I like it all.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is that when you want to do that, do you want to do this? What? Fuck around with my mate for 6 weeks? Yeah, of course I do. So, like, some point they'll go, we've got to stop paying this guy to piss around. But while it's going on, I'll do it.
Yeah. And that's, you know, and it is, you are sort of always aware, one is always aware that, you know, the next thing could be the last thing.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally, of course.
So, but then doing the podcast it came out of not really having much else to do, but then that's become like a pretty huge
That's become
deal.
I think that's become the thing that most people would speak to me about.
Right.
Which is odd, because obviously a lot of people don't know exists. So we did a warm-up show, because we're doing this tour. We did a warm-up show in Barnard Castle.
Nice.
First people not to mention him on stage.
Right.
But we, so it's like a small venue in Barnard Castle, which is very far up north, as we're all aware where Barnard Castle is now. We turned up, and they'd sold the tickets there was 250 seats. They'd sold them on the theatre mailing list. And all the people in Barnard Castle just go out to the thing that's on.
Yeah.
So we walked on stage and we're like, so this is a live show of the podcast. And they looked at us like, what? And I'd say, of 250 people, 20 to 30 had heard of the podcast. And so it's not that successful after all. Yeah, that was a long night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an odd one, but yeah.
Yeah. And so do you think, I mean, you do joke about this in the podcast and in the book, but or you discuss it. It felt a bit like it was doing a parenting podcast was a way of getting out of actually having to look after your kids.
It's only an hour long. Next question. No, it is only an hour long. It was a bit. It was Also, now everything is tax deductible child related, so that is key.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, it's not true. But before what are they called? HMRC. Get on to me.
Okay.
I always called
We
them
won't
the
put them
IRS.
on. We won't. There's no tax people in here, right?
Is there any taxis in? That wasn't meant to be a pun.
If anything, they might work in IT in the tax department. They can probably wipe out any record of you if you want, if you do well. So that would be fun. Today I was watching Hold the Front Page. We were talking about Nish. So this is a new Sky
Max.
shirt. Sky Max.
Sky Max. Can you tell the difference?
I did notice it had a different name. What does it replace Sky Max, or is it new? Is it a new channel?
Don't know.
Okay, good. Well, you brought it up.
Has it replaced Sky One? Maybe.
Maybe. Wow.
Yeah. Maybe.
What's happened to Sky? We can't. Sky Max. There must be something that isn't as good. Sky, not quite as good. There has
Sky
to be.
Min.
Yeah. Sky Average. So it's a really. I saw the first 2 episodes of it. It's a really
fun idea.
It's a really fun idea. So you and Nish are going into local newspapers, trying to do the job and get your stories on the front page. So
we did Blackpool. We did the Scotsman during Edinburgh Festival. That was stressful. We did Yorkshire Post. Farming Life, Sussex, places like that.
Yeah.
It was good. It was really fun. It was like Nish was like, it's good for me to do something where I'm not just being political. And then the first week, we're in Blackpool and Boris Johnson turns up to do a speech. And we're not allowed in, of course, because of Nish. And so we basically waited outside this sixth form college. And he went past, and Nish shouted, just lost it, and shouted, "You fucking cunt." He shouted, "You party while people died." And I was thinking, I'm so glad we didn't get let into the press conference. That would have been, like, Nish would have been killed.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
but we would have got the front page.
He's literally just shouting in the street as well, hoping that, like, Boris Johnson will go, "No, I didn't."
But
Nish
is still here, and Boris Johnson isn't Prime Minister.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Who won?
He'll be back, and Nish will, and Boris Johnson will be as well. And you bump. Well, look, you're quite a timid person compared to Nish. Nish seems to embrace.
Timid,
You can't swim, right?
I can't swim.
How's that happened? Did the work of
Is that timid?
It is, well, you're scared of jumping in the pool because you can't swim.
I can't swim.
Yeah, but why can't you swim?
Because I was allergic to chlorine as a child.
That should have been your disability.
But not many people know this, but everyone, all the way down since Henry VIII, has been allergic to chlorine. I was allergic to chlorine as a child. So what was that?
There's rivers, you can go in the fucking river. You're in a lake.
I own a lake.
You could go in a lake.
Oh, right, sorry. I was going to say you misjudged me here. I could go in a lake.
Yeah, swim in a lake. In the sea.
Yeah, but the school lessons weren't in a fucking lake. So I could go into the sea.
Yeah.
But it's not the place to get the basics, right? And where I lived wasn't near the sea, so at best I could have a lesson every year when we went on holiday to Pembrokeshire. So there was how...
I'm surprised.
You're surprised? You sound disappointed.
I am.
And I'd say bordering on angry.
When I was a kid, Rolf Harris did a public information film warning children that they should learn how to swim.
Yeah, I made the right decision. Yep. I'd love to learn to swim. It is on my to-do list.
Are you allergic to chlorine now?
No, I'm all right now.
You're all right now. So from when did you become unallergic to chlorine? At what point was that?
Well, it's difficult to tell because I didn't have that much contact with chlorine.
Sounds to me like you were never allergic to chlorine. I'm fine now. How regularly were you tested for your chlorine allergy?
Oh, I was dunked weekly.
So
what they did, they put half of my body in chlorine and leave the other half out as a controlled test. No, I didn't assume I was allergic to chlorine. I didn't even know it was a fucking concept until it happened.
What happened to when you were? What happened to your body when you first?
You're gonna laugh at
when
this.
you first got?
I got really itchy thighs. Like incredibly itchy thighs. Like, do you remember on Shooting Stars when Vic Reeves would do that
Yeah.
thing? That was like me after I'd been in a swimming pool.
Okay. Could you not have worn a wetsuit or something like that? And then
Because the water still gets in.
could you have not worn a waterproof wetsuit?
What one kind of? No, that was
okay.
yeah.
All right, I'm just trying to.
So I just sit at the side and watch
Okay.
every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is anyone else here?
Anyone allergic to chlorine in the? I mean, this is a week or an audience of weaklings.
I don't think it's a reflection of the person.
I think if you're allergic to chlorine, it's a weakness.
Can anyone else here not swim?
Everyone can
fuck's
everyone
sake.
swim. Because everyone here is a grown-up and not 5 years old. So, yeah, of course they can swim. My son can swim. He's 5. He can swim really well.
All right, calm down.
He's
Adrian Morehouse.
learned to swim. Why don't you do a show where it's called Josh Widdicombe Learns to Swim as an Adult?
Because it would be demeaning.
It would be.
There was a Channel 4 show where they learnt to swim and swum across the channel.
Right. That seems over the top. He's just learned to swim and swim a couple of lengths. That's all I'm asking.
Well, the channel would be, yeah, I should learn to swim.
You should learn to swim.
My daughter, who's 5, bought me swimming lessons for my birthday,
Ah.
which I found actually a bit patronising.
Where did she get the money for? That must be quite a lot of money for a 5-year-old to lay out.
Well, I'm working a lot.
There were some guys in, I think, the first or second episode who did LARPing.
Yeah, not my scene.
Yeah.
Your scene?
No, but do you think... So LARP, do you know what LARP is? Like live action role playing. So they run around in a forest.
Kind of people that are allergic to chlorine.
They run around the forest wearing chainmail and orc outfits and stuff and fight each other. Do you think they just, when the cameras aren't there, they're just fucking the woods though? It seemed very much to me like, if you hadn't been there, they'd have gone. There was like a lot of men and a few quite buxom ladies.
Yeah.
And it felt to me like, if the cameras aren't there, should we just forget about the LARPing and have a fuck? Do you think? Because that might have got the front page if you discovered that.
What? If I discovered 2 orcs fucking in a woods? Are you saying I missed the lead?
you might have missed the story. They were very nice.
I think they probably... I think if you're doing live action role playing, you don't bring it into the bedroom, it would be an incredible kind of oversight. If that's what you're into when you're not having sex, surely that's what you're into when you're having sex, right?
Yeah. Definitely, it's quite sexy. I mean, I might go along and join in.
Okay, I'll give you their address.
Give me the address. It was all right. I enjoyed the match report that you went to see a football match.
That was. So have you ever? No, if you do a football match report, the point is that you don't want anything to change near the end because you have to write it. Because you have to file it on full time. So you don't have. So you don't. You've written it and it can't change. And we watched a match that was 1-0, and then at the last minute there was an equaliser. And then it went to penalties. And it ended 8-7 on penalties. And I panicked and it all went wrong. And I submitted the match report and then Nish read it and I hadn't even included the final score. So it was a bit of a disaster. But yeah, it was a lovely, fun time. Yeah, they probably do have sex.
Yeah, I think so.
Thinking about it.
I think the footballers probably have sex after
Do you?
After a game like that, where it's so close. There's so much tension.
Not
I think
when it's an easy 3-0.
No, it's 3-0, that's fine. But if it's so close and I think they all just probably console.
Just one big orgy.
Yeah.
Do you think they leave their kind of heart monitors on? to kind of add to the tracking stats.
I hope so. I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope they do. Hey, look, the thing we should have been talking about
I know
from the
what
beginning.
this is going to be.
We are...
The only two in the
We're
world.
the only two, aren't we? We're the only two in the world.
Yeah.
Champion of champions. This is a meeting. This is the meeting in a wood, dressed as orcs.
Yeah. And you're right, after the end of Taskmaster, they do. Yeah, the only two champions in Taskmaster so far. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's pretty... I'm also a champion of House of Games, which you aren't, so I'm the...
No, you're
I
not.
feel that
have you got 100% record on Pointless?
I have not got 100% record on
Different strokes for different folks, isn't it?
I feel, the Champion of Champions thing, I feel I'd rather have done 2 episodes like you did.
Yeah, we only did 6 in our series.
Yeah. Because
Because it was the first series. No one knew whether it was any good.
Oh, you only did 6. Yeah, you only did 6 in the
Yeah.
actual series. But it doesn't feel right to win just 1 episode and then be declared a champion. So I think
Well,
2
you
episodes.
won the. I wouldn't do yourself down.
Okay.
Would you? I'm going to say this. I don't know if I'd do Champion of Champions.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's a quit while you're ahead feeling. Do you have that feeling?
I want to do it. I want to do it because I would love, I really enjoyed I enjoyed the series I found really stressful and I didn't really relax. With Champion of Champions, I just thought, everyone's so good.
Just go out and enjoy yourself.
I'm just going to really enjoy it. And I really did enjoy it and it was much better as a result of that. So just the idea of being even able to go back for another day and just do those tasks. I would go every day and do those tasks if they would let me.
I don't think they would.
No.
They've got a lot on.
Yeah.
Would you?
I'd really like to. I think maybe every day I'd get annoyed, but I
should
really
do like a theme park. Have you been to the Crystal Maze theme park?
No,
thing?
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that.
So you can take part. Yeah, you definitely should do that. But you need Alex Horne there. And Alex would need to run the theme park.
No, but they don't have Richard O'Brien at the Crystal Maze. They have they'd have a string of jobbing actors that look like Alex Horne,
it's not the
pretending
same.
to be Alex Horne.
Okay.
It's not the same, but also in the sense of going to the Crystal Maze thing. But you know what you're signing up for, right?
Yeah.
You're not thinking, well, I hope Alex Horne's there to do these 3,000 people's tasks today.
I like the idea of wasting his time as well as much as my own, though.
Yeah.
That's what I quite enjoy about it.
Yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's an incredible experience. I'm sure everyone kind of says that, but I was gutted when it was over, and it was just a joy hanging out with Alex, and it's the same crew that still does it.
Yeah.
But we were the first series, so we didn't really know what was going on.
No.
It's just kind of fun in a way, because you thought no one might watch this.
Yeah.
I've still got that tattoo of Greg's name on my foot.
Yeah.
She's odd now.
It's on your foot.
It's on my foot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want it? See it? I don't know
Not
if
really.
I'm bothered.
I'm
Why
not
would I lie? Yeah, that was a weird decision.
Yeah, it's a good decision. It's, that's the kind of thing that's why you're a champion of champions.
Yeah.
I managed to become one without sullying my body in any way. But, you got to do the champion of champions.
Oh.
If you don't do it, then I have to wait another 5 years to get another one.
No, they
in.
just get. It'd be Rob Beckett.
They put Rob Beckett in.
Well,
he's not going to shame it. He's not going to go, I'm going to take this sloppy seconds and pretend I was the champion of champions.
The other day, he told me that he has the highest average points of anyone in Taskmaster. And I thought, you fucking loser. So in response, he would take it.
I heard him arguing that he won really because one of the tasks was that was something about edibles, create something edible, and the 2 people who won, it wasn't edible. That's in your book, and that's in the audio.
Yeah, he's not happy.
No, he's not happy.
About that, he's quite happy generally.
I mean, can you imagine any other thing that you and I would be champion of champions of the 2 and be the only ones in the world?
It's
the
so
2
weird
of us.
because it's yeah.
I mean, we're not the mightiest of men, is what I'm saying.
What is this character assassination?
It's me as well.
I know, but you can throw yourself in once you're attacking me. But no, yeah, it shows how un-alpha Taskmaster is, which
It
I think's
does.
nice.
I think that's true.
Yeah. Like, there's another world. I don't know who the most alpha person in my... Probably Tim Key, which is a stunningly poor lineup.
It is.
I would say Frank, but he had some years on him by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to physically take over.
No, you could take him down.
Yeah, I could beat up a man in his 60s, yeah.
Would you consider
As long as it was on terra firma and not in a swimming pool.
That's true. If you get the champion of champions and it's all in the swimming pool, you're going to be in big
I'll
trouble.
know that you've had a word with Alex. The old Avalon link has worked.
What would you have done if there'd been a swimming pool task where you had to go, oh, sorry, I can't go in, I'm going to eat a biscuit like I did on this Goom with this?
I'd have gone, if you want to, if you want to inform your insurance company, I'll get in now. No, what would I have done if there was a swimming pool task?
Yeah.
I don't know. Dived in.
I
I got a man's name tattooed on my foot.
Yeah.
I'm needlessly competitive.
That's true. That is true. Right, I'm going to ask you some emergency questions.
Ooh.
I asked
That's
you...
stuck in there.
I've cut them out of the book because I've wanted to make it easier for myself. And I thought I'd have loads, but I didn't have any weight. That's quite a big book. There aren't as many as I thought.
Small type, though.
Yeah. Last time you were on, I asked you if you'd rather date a man who has a 6 foot tall penis, rather date a man who is a 6 foot tall penis, or a man who instead of having a penis has a tiny man down there. You'll remember.
Yeah. What did I go for?
I think you went for the tiny man so that he could have a chat and stuff.
Well, I'd stick with that.
Yeah.
Because... Are we revisiting?
No, I was going to ask you a follow-on question, but we can revisit if you want to.
Well, I just think day to day,
Yeah.
I think it'd be less... I mean, once the man's dressed, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the moment you're walking around with a 6 foot tall penis next to you, more questions are going to be asked than just a bloke.
All right. But I think I might know your answer to this question then. Would you rather date a woman who was a 6 foot tall vulva or a woman who, instead of having genitalia, had another woman living in a burrow between her legs? Now, what I like about this...
Is the use of the word burrow.
Well, the woman in the penis, the man is connected like a penis, so the extra man is connected. But in this, it's just a tiny woman who can choose to live in the vagina.
She lives in the burrow.
Yeah. Or
And can I just say, of all 39 years of my life, that's the worst use of the word burrow I've ever heard. It's probably the first outside of children's literature. So
it's a woman.
does she go out?
Yeah, she can come out and she's free.
So has she got a day-to-day life?
She can do. She's just very tiny. And she
It's
can
not
do...
that much of an issue then, is it? When's she in? What hours is she keeping?
I guess you'd have to discuss that with her. But
Has she got a
there.
job?
She would live... Well, there's a lot of cleaning to do in the burrow.
In the burrow. But
Gotta keep
say
it quite
she
clean.
keeps office hours.
Yeah.
So she's only going to be in for 4 or 5 hours before she goes to sleep, and then you go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's just like having a flatmate.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm kind of trying to picture with the 6 foot tall penis. It's kind of easy to see what that
see
is.
it. You
But
can see
with
it.
a 6 foot tall vulva, how much? What does that include? Is that how far does that go back? You know, because like a vulva
Well,
isn't
I've
just
got
the front.
to say
Yeah.
at this point, you wrote the question.
I think
It's
it might
difficult
include...
to come to me for quibbles about the question.
I'm just interested because that'd be interesting. We like if the ovaries are still there, sort of floating behind. I don't know how.
What, like
far
a
it would
kind
go.
of good angel and bad angel?
It might be quite an interesting thing to.
Yeah, but interesting, or it'd be interesting, but it would come to dominate your life. I think it would become the thing most people mentioned about you.
But also,
Have you ever been in a situation where like a double act where the other person is really causes a lot of controversy next to you?
never have. Also, you could get inside with the 6 foot tall penis.
You can't get inside.
Can't do anything with. The 6
Can I
foot
ask
bulb you
about
can get inside. When I was a kid, there used to be a Z bed in my...
What's a Z bed?
Z bed's like a fold-up bed, so it would fold up into a Z shape, and you could crawl inside and I'd hide
cozy.
in there. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Imagine that. You could, as an adult, you could climb into this 6 foot tall...
Buy a sleeping bag. Yeah, you could. I think, but I don't think the advantages are as big as you think. With the penis, is it 6 foot erect or flaccid?
I mean, it would be erect constantly.
It'd be constantly
I
erect.
think so, because otherwise it would just be flailing around on the floor, which would be humiliating for...
But it would be interesting if it was reacting to stimulus. If it was kind of crawling along the... Anyway.
Have you had anything named after you, Josh Widdicombe?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Is there anything you would like, do you think deserves to be named after you?
I don't think anything deserves to be named. Well, like a bench.
Yeah.
Or,
is there anything you would like to have named after you?
No, I don't think so. I find that awkward. Something like... So there's Widdicombe is a thing.
Yeah.
It's a place.
Okay.
Widdicombe in the Moor, which is near where I grew up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of named after me.
Yeah.
And it's slightly annoying because people... And there's Widdicombe's Cornish honey, which my uncle makes.
It's Widdicombe what?
Widdicombe's Cornish honey.
Cornish honey?
Yeah.
Does your uncle actually make it?
No, well, the bee...
Very salty white honey.
There's a reason they went with the other side of the family for Who Do You Think You Are? Yeah, so there's that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help you having things named after you. Would you want something named after you?
Well, I think this question came out of for previous week's show where they're trying to rename a bridge in Great Yarmouth, and they've given the public a choice of some names. But one of the names they chose was Herring Bridge, but not after me, after the fish. But I tried to. I think I've probably managed to swing the poll in the favour. Well, it's like it's either it hasn't. The results haven't been announced yet, I don't think. But we're bound to win because like people were. There was you could vote as many times as you wanted, and someone just set up a thing to vote every 2 seconds from the 1st of January to the 31st.
Did someone do that, Richard? Someone spent their day doing that, did they?
Such a pathetic victory. I might turn up and go, it's named because we fish herring here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
You've got to have your photo in front of it, right?
I'm
like when you go to there must be a herring street or something somewhere.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
There's got to be, isn't there?
Yeah, in the sea probably.
Do you eat herring?
I've been known to. Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's all right. I don't mind it.
How often do you comment on it? Like if you were going for an important meeting, and there was herring on the menu, and
what meeting is this?
This is a make or break. This is a make or break meeting with Mr. Big of Big Corp, and they want to do the new Richard Herring project, and you sit down and you want the herring. But would you feel like it's a bit weird as a statement?
I think it'd be weird to go to a meeting where the man from Mr. Big Corp had catered it with herring. That would be a power move of someone. I would think.
He hasn't catered it. It's in a restaurant.
Okay. So herring's just on the menu.
Yeah.
I would ignore it and have something else.
Because it's your name.
Yeah, and also it's not that nice. We used to eat kippers when I was a kid. So kippers are herrings. They're horrible. You can still get them in hotels sometimes.
Yeah.
My wife bought some roll mop herring the other day, which they're quite nice.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten any of those. I was once in a supermarket and an old man, started walking towards me with his hand out, going, herring, 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 and then just reached behind me and picked some herring off.
That's fucking amazing.
It's so weird. Like, why would he be saying it out loud? It was so... just like they just happened to be right there.
Did you say to him, you're not going to fucking believe this? You didn't mention it.
Well, it was a bit scared of him. He was a bit of a weird man. Herring, herring. It was like he'd come from the future to warn me about something. This is you. You're nearly 40.
Yeah,
How's
40 in
that?
April.
Yeah.
Someone's been on my Wikipedia.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
This was me.
Yeah, you.
Okay, yeah.
When they're not setting up a thing that votes every 2 seconds.
How are you feeling about the turning 40? Because I remember it being a bit of a mind fuck for me, but maybe...
Right. Oh, fucking 40.
I did, yeah.
No, I'm all right with it, actually.
Okay.
I'm okay. I don't feel too bad about it. I think 60 is the one I'm worried about.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that.
Where are you? 52?
I'm 56 this year.
56?
Yeah, so 55.
60 will be fine.
So it's pretty close. It's what's terrifying is...
You'll be travelling free.
Is it 60?
60, you get a free Oyster card.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't live in London, but I'll come in and travel around. It'll be fine. And, what's terrifying is the 40 show feels pretty near to me.
Yeah.
The 50 show feels a bit closer. And I'm now nearer to 60 than I am to 50. Well, the minute you're over 50, you're nearer to 60 than 50 because you can't go backwards in time. But
Yeah.
even
But you're
mathematically,
closer. Yeah, there's
I'm
less
close.
time till 60
Yeah.
than there was from
Yeah.
50. Yeah, it's weird. I haven't engaged with it, but I don't feel too bad about it. I think 40's all right, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I wish I was 40.
Do you?
Yeah, I really fucking
If you
do.
could be any age now,
Yeah.
which
I
would
would
you
be.
choose?
I'd be 37.
37.
Yeah.
That was quick. What was
Yeah.
happening at 37?
I was single. I didn't have kids. I just think it was a good age to be. I think I worked most things out. I was relatively fit and kind of got a bit better style than I had in my 20s.
Yeah.
So I was a bit more confident about who I was. So I think it's a pretty good. I think until you're 45, everything's okay. Then it starts falling apart.
Does it?
The end bits drop off.
What dropped off? Finally, is Josh Widdicombe disabled? We'll be able to answer yes.
Hey, I'm now disabled. I count as disabled. I've only got one testicle. One of my
You've only
testicles.
got one
has dropped off.
testicle.
I mean, it didn't
Is
drop
that?
off.
Can you park
exactly.
outside the supermarket with that?
I think you should be able to. I'll check.
What have you done with it?
It is still around somewhere, but I didn't ask for it back. But I asked my oncologist eventually and said, "Is it possible to get it back?" And he said that it'll be unrecognisable as a testicle, but it'll be stored somewhere, so they have it in case.
What will it be recognisable as? I'm going to say it. He hasn't got it. I've got bad news. It's recognisable as a mug. Here it is.
I think they could hand you anything. I think it wasn't a testicle by the time it came out anyway.
Wasn't it?
Well, not really. It was bigger than a testicle, and it was made entirely out of cancerous cells.
Yeah. Why did I follow that up?
I don't know.
Do you miss
I
it?
can swim though.
Well, its whole point is swimmers.
It is.
That was the last time I swam when I was seaman. I don't know why I've lost the knack. Do you miss it?
No.
How often do you think... Has this turned into that Louis Theroux one where he absolutely does you? He did that to me as well.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite spooky, isn't it, when he
It's
turns
weird when you suddenly get Theroux, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But you kind of love it. 'Cause it makes you feel good.
It does. It's exciting.
You're like, stop, but I want more.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to go into a wood with him to do it in a wood. I don't know. I'm glad. I think I didn't care about. Once it was going off, I didn't care because I just wanted to. I realised I wanted to stay alive more than anything else, and
Yeah.
so to lose it was if that's fine.
No, I wasn't saying would you keep it. Like,
But you're offered a prosthetic, which
Yeah.
I've talked about a lot on this, which I didn't want to have a false one put in.
No.
I wanted to be true to what I am.
yeah.
So I
The
should have
prosthetic
that.
wouldn't help, though, would it? That's purely cosmetic.
It's just to fool yourself.
Yeah.
I think because I don't think anyone else cares.
No.
About certainly when you're 55, no one's interested in your testicles anymore. And I think even when you're 35, no one's really interested in your testicles. There was I talked about this the other day, but there's a theory that men's testicles, but testicles evolved the way they did as a sort of peacock's tail because they're so vulnerable that the more vulnerable they are, the more attractive that is to women. Which, I think if you talk to any woman, which most people in this room haven't, I don't think. Lou, is the testicles what you're looking for in a man? He's got a lovely pair of testicles on him. A little bit for Lou. Okay.
Can I ask another question about it?
Yeah, please do.
Is it now central or is it remained?
Yeah, it shifts across.
It shifts into the middle.
For a little while, it was over on the left where it belonged, and then it sensed the bed was empty.
Like New Labour.
Scooted across, yeah. Scooted to the centre. And yeah, it was because it was that was the only moment I thought, oh, I wish I'd had the prosthetic. In the first week when I looked at myself in the mirror, on one side I was a grown man, on the other side I was like a child. And I thought about doing a musical act where I, halfway. But then it all settled. It all settled.
Have you ever... What's that guy that would go up to the mirror and do that?
Yeah, Harry Worth.
Harry Worth?
Well, I could go
Have
up
you ever
and
done
pretend
Harry
I've got
Worth and
two
felt like you've got two testicles?
I have not done that yet, no, but I will do it for you, Josh, and I'll send you the video tonight. Will I also have two penises? Is that what you really... Well, I suppose I can do it. I'll have to hold my penis
halfway
along the
down.
rim of the mirror.
Yeah.
Just rest it there, which sounds like a slightly dangerous thing to do.
Yeah.
So I'll have a perfectly symmetrical penis.
Yeah.
Do you want it flaccid or erect when I send you the
This is the worst time, but genuinely my glasses have steamed up.
And I think it'll just look like I've got one testicle still because the testicle's in the middle. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll have
you
to...
could pull that one up with fishing wire. So you could go from 1 to 2 and make it move from 1 to 2.
And then use this picture for just to
I'd
prove to
film
people
that
I've-
and put it in an art installation and people would go.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy. I don't mind anyone. Anyone can have a look if they want to.
Can't even remember the last time I took in my testicles.
Are they hanging out on a washing line?
No, as in like...
Had a look at them.
Had a look.
Yeah, well, do have a look. I mean, have a feel.
Because you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Exactly. Well, have a feel, because if there's anything wrong, you have to understand what's down there.
Yeah.
So keep on feeling them. And then if anything changes, go and see your GP, Josh.
Okay, we'll do.
You'll probably be okay. And it'll be annoying if you got testicular cancer, because I've already done a book about it, so you can't come along and do a book about the testicular cancer.
That wouldn't be the reason I'd be annoyed.
It would.
The doctor, it's bad news. Richard Herring's covered this.
A lot of comics
Please don't tell me I've got in the same place as Danny Baker, because he's done a book as well.
Oh, I was just going to ask you something, and it's slipped away.
He was good on this, Danny Baker. That's my favourite one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Is there another series of Josh in the pipeline?
No, there isn't.
I like Josh, though.
It was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
It's fine. It was good. I think it was good. I didn't enjoy acting at all.
Oh, really?
Hated it. Found it. It's making me nervous now, thinking about it. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. But it wasn't as
We
popular
did
as
3
the last
series,
one.
though,
Yeah,
right?
three.
Was it
Three's
your
great.
choice? Was it your choice or their choice to knock it on the head? Yeah, it was their.
Yeah. Oh, it was pretty mutual, that decision. The old glasses are steaming again, I'll tell you that for free. No, that was kicked into the long grass.
Oh.
But there you go, these things happen.
I used to watch every week. I enjoyed
thank you.
Enjoyed it. And it's no Top Coppers, but it's, it's...
Was that the John Kearns thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I never saw that. Was that good?
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I just asked... that's fine. I was referencing that question when I asked you about Josh, because it was about 5 years after it finished. I asked him, is there another series of Top Coppers in Poland? He went, what? It's a 15 outlets for you.
It would be weird if the BBC had gone, should we go back to Josh? 5 years on. Yeah.
Like all now in your 40s, you could do it.
Yeah, Ellis is in his 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in his 40s.
Yeah.
I'm still just about in my 30s. Beatty's in her 30s.
Yeah.
Jack D's in his 70s.
That's pretty cool to work with Jack D, though.
I love Jack D.
Yeah.
What a nice man. He's so nice.
Yeah.
Like, he's not... I don't know whether you find this. The comedians who are the grumpiest or the harshest on stage are often like Jack D, Joe Brand, Frankie Boyle's really nice. Like, they're always really nice off stage, I think.
Yeah, usually. I can think of one who isn't.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
It was a weird place for me to bring that up. And as I was going through it, I caught your eye and I thought, fuck. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Cool. No, it's all good. It's all good. You know when you met Bill Beaumont and was that set up or?
100% not.
Wow.
What? There's no way that you'd set up meeting Bill Beaumont from A Question of Sport.
There's a lot of ways.
I swear on my life, if it's Sky Max now, they're not going to sign off setting up a Bill Beaumont meet-up. I swear on my life.
So when you're in Blackpool, you're just
interviewing
trying to vox pop cyclists with a bad
yeah,
idea.
Nish goes up to Bill Beaumont, who used to be the captain on Question of Sport in the mid-90s.
What's your name? He goes, Bill Smith and Bill Beaumont. You go, oh, fuck, you are Bill Beaumont.
I was really excited because I fucking loved...
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm swearing so much. Does it matter?
Right. No,
I'll be
good.
honest with you. You've discussed a 6-foot vulva. Yeah, I was really excited because I loved Question of Sport as a kid.
Yeah.
I loved Beefy. I loved Ian Botham more than Bill Beaumont, but
Yeah.
I've changed my view over time. And do you know what? When I talk about Ian Botham, a lot of the image in my head now takes me back to the questions we've had about your penis.
Yes! And that's the first thing I was thinking about.
Yeah.
With Bill.
What an image.
It probably wasn't him.
It wasn't him, he was hacked.
He was hacked. Super Clump.
Oh, fucking hell, you're going back.
Yeah. But this must have been, I don't think I saw it, this was like 2009. So I'd seen,
I know exactly what you were doing that year.
Was I Hitler
You were doing Hitler Moustache because when I did Hitler Moustache, when I went to see Hitler Moustache, that was the first time I got the symptoms of swine flu.
You've had so many disabilities. I don't understand. I can't believe.
I think you'd be an awful doctor because every time someone got ill, you'd describe them as disabled.
I'm just going with Google. That's all I'm doing if Google says it's a disability. I saw Nick Helm in a very early show because he did a show with Katie, my now wife, a couple of years before that, maybe the year before that. But this is a sketch show with you, James Acaster, and Nick Helm.
No. So that was a different show I did that year. So this was a sketch show where Ellis was in it. Wozniak.
Oh, okay.
And people like that.
Then Wikipedia is unbelievably
Yeah, but the
incorrect.
same year I did a show, a three-hander with Acaster and Helm. Called Acaster, Helm and Widdicombe live at the Voodoo Bar. That was a disaster. It got a 1-star review in 3 weeks. That was and that was our only review. It said it was depressing. And they were right. It was in a free fringe pub, 25 minutes from the main festival. And I don't know whether it was a front for something. There was never a guest. No, it's not a guest. Never a punter in the pub. And then we were in the downstairs of the pub. And it had smashed mirrors. It had the balloons on the wall. You know when a balloon's been up for too long and it's like shrivelly?
Yeah.
And in the back of the room, there was a bowl of sick.
What, the whole run?
The whole run. That someone had covered up with newspaper that was there the whole run.
Wow.
And it was someone else that month, I'll tell you that for free.
Wow,
that was
I'd
awful.
seen it. There's so many things at the Edinburgh Fringe where it's that, when years later you go, who would... the one I actually did see was Bill Bailey and Sean Locke doing a show called Rock, I think it was called. Where they were.
Oh yeah.
And like nobody went
Sean
to
Locke
see.
the roadie or something.
Yeah, it was a roadie and you'd go and I think one time Dominic Holland, who's now the dad of Spider-Man.
Yeah, of course.
Was the only person in the audience. It was another comedian. They still did it anyway. And when I saw it, there might have been 5 people in the audience, and it was brilliant because it was those two.
Of course.
And you kind of think, what if you could travel back in time and go and see that? I would definitely go and see the Bowl of Sick show.
It was so bad. It was so sad. And like we quit 3 days. I got swine flu. Acaster went off to do a Christian rock festival. And so Helm just pulled the last 3 shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing, isn't it? And then within 3 or 4 years, you were all on TV.
Yeah. It was really. They were, we were quite good. We were just in a bad room, I think. Like, I don't know. When was it? 2009?
That's what you said. Yeah, 2009.
Yeah, I wasn't that good at that point, actually.
Okay.
So we weren't that good. I remember a particular day when we had a bad one in front of Acaster's parents that will live with me long in. When I close my eyes tonight, that's what I'll be thinking about.
Wow.
No, it won't be. It'll be your singular bollock.
My bollock on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we've gone to a little sad place.
No, it's not a sad place.
It just feels like everything. Look, it's all gone settled down. Everyone's.
What was the worst Edinburgh like? Did you do any early ones or were you straight into
in,
Oxford,
always amazing.
Cambridge Footlights?
Yeah, but the review but that was the second year I did the Fringe was with the Oxford Review, and it was like the worst. The worst thing ever, really, because it was just at a point where alternative comedy was in the ascendant.
So what was that about? 1990?
87.
87.
Or 87. No, 88 was the actual review. And we just got bullied by all the proper comedians. So we did Late and Live and got heckled by every comedian.
Oh, my God.
Keith Allen came to the first night of the Oxford Review and moved Crash Mats around.
He's notoriously nice.
Yeah, he is. That's what I've heard. And then I went on TV to try and defend it, and then they bullied me. And Malcolm Hardy and Keith Allen just bullied me again.
Oh, my God.
And so I had a really that was horrible. And we I was just thinking about the other day. I think the first performance of it, maybe not the same, or the first Saturday where we'd actually sold out, and it was something, I think News Review on before some Ode run, that was like 2 hours late, and our pianist, who was Ben Pope, who was Phil Pope's brother, and all the guys from Who Dares Wins had taken him out all day and got him rat-arsed, and then he came and did the show just pissed and was playing the piano and just like fuck and getting up. They had a couple of bits to do. And it was almost like you think, this is brilliant conceptual art. They're pretending the pianist is really pissed. But I just remember thinking, and that whole year was terrible.
Who was in that?
It was Ben Moore,
yeah,
Emma Kennedy, Catherine Hood, who went on to become a doctor and specialised in venereal diseases, and also acted in one of my plays, and me, and I think that was it. Yeah. Yeah. So it was horrible. That was.
I wouldn't have gone on TV to defend myself with Keith Allen.
No.
That is ballsy, right?
Well, it was stupid, but I saw some pictures of it the other day, and I looked like. I mean, we were children, really. It's like adults are bullying children for what they perceived as being, the Oxford Review's privilege. But we actually all went to comprehensives apart from Ben Pope, and so it was like they were going, "You're all posh, you're all this." So Keith Allen, who went to public school, as it turns out, was having a go at me for that. And he said, and I said, "You came to our show and you were drunk and you might have been on drugs." And he was going, "You punched our manager." So just you could hear my voice got cracking as I'm nearly crying.
Sorry.
So I'm amazed I go, but then I think I've got a lot to process for Edinburgh, really, which is part of the reason I'm not going back this year.
Yeah.
I found the kind of years of, pressing down, the layers of Edinburgh pressing down on you.
Just trying to get rid of that Keith Allen memory.
Yeah.
Have you read Lily Allen's book?
Not yet, no. Is it good? Did he come out of it well?
He comes out of it very badly.
There was talk of having someone who worked with him said, "Can we get Keith on?" And I thought, "Oh, well, we will." But I'm really glad I didn't, because I think it would make me cry again. Well, he was really. He's just. When I found out he went to public school, he didn't have a nice time. But when I found out he went to public school and was having a go at me for going to public school, but I didn't go to public school, I was so fucking angry about that.
When did you find out?
Right, really recently, like about 4 or 5 years ago. I just saw on his Wikipedia page that he'd been to public school.
Good that you're still on his Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, it's probably when I was thinking of having him.
Oh, right, yeah. What does he do? Is he an actor?
Yeah, he's a successful actor.
Yeah, was he a comic back in the day?
I think he was.
Was he like a stand-up?
I think he did stand-up, and he was involved in all those. He did a thing where he like he worked backstage at a Max Bygrave show and then walked across the back of the stage naked once. So he's on these kind of situationalists. He gets his cock out. That's why
he likes to do that,
he likes to get his cock out. And I once saw him as I was driving round Hammersmith roundabout, standing outside a pub on his own about 3 o'clock in the morning, just looking absolutely pissed. And I kind of thought, it's probably the best revenge is a life well lived. So I probably won't have him on. But, if you're listening, Keith, just fucking
It's a long shot, isn't it? Imagine if Keith Allen's listening to this, wading through a discussion of whether Josh is coming back. They're going to mention me in a minute, surely. Super Clump, this is mine. Here we go. Right, this is the one.
Anyway, look, everyone should. I didn't even talk about your other book, which I had to choose which book I was going to listen to in the last 2 days.
Don't worry. So I didn't listen to either of them.
I didn't listen to Watching Neighbours twice a day because it's about watching TV in the 1990s. So I assumed like 50% of it was probably about.
You do get a mention.
Oh, do I? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But do buy. Well, if you've got kids and you're a fan of this rubbish podcast that Josh and. It's a very good podcast. Parenting Hell. The book is lots of fun. And watch Hold the Front Page. And anything else coming up that's going to be good?
Fine.
Yeah.
That's any good?
It's any good?
No.
No. Anything coming up that isn't very good?
We've got... when's this go out?
Pretty soon. The next 2 or 3 weeks.
We've got a really exciting guest I'm really excited about. But I don't...
Don't tell it, because it's going out live, actually, as well.
I also don't think... Oh, is it going out live? Fuck! Keith Allen's going to be waiting outside for us.
If Keith Allen...
I actually think Lily's very unfair on him. And it was the school of hard knocks, and she should have toughened up.
Well, look, I'd love come back in another 9 years.
I'll be back, and we'll be discussing what my approaching 50 and your approaching 70 is like.
And in 7 years, I think we'll meet up in Champion of Champions if you'll deign to do it.
I'm scared of you.
You should be scared of me. I will be in my mid-60s.
I know, but I only beat Frank Skinner by 1 point, and he was in his mid-60s.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. No. I don't know. It's like they keep asking me to go back to do Pointless, and I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it. I'd go back to House of Games because I was dog shit. But you must have done Mastermind, right?
I have. I think we might have talked about this last time. You won Mastermind, right?
Yeah.
I got way more points than you did, but I came second.
All right, Rob Beckett.
For a long time, I didn't win anything, so winning the Champion of Champions. Have you got your trophy still, your Champions trophy?
No, because they gave me a full-size gold Greg Davis.
Yeah.
So, of course, I haven't fucking got it in my house.
I've got one in my attic.
You've got it in your attic?
Yeah.
Oh, someone lives outside London, don't they? You're not getting that in an attic in Zone 2, I'll tell you that for free. No, I left it at my agent's.
Yeah.
I said, do you want this? And they put it in the kitchen area of their agency. And then they moved offices. And I think it was going to be... I texted Ed Gamble and said, do you want to raffle this off for charity on your podcast or something? But I don't know whether they did it.
Okay.
I'd never chased it up. So maybe Ed Gamble's got it.
Hopefully it's been destroyed and I've got the only one.
Maybe. I didn't even get the head at the first series.
Did you not?
No, because the first series of Taskmaster, on the day of the final, they realised they just hadn't got a trophy.
Right.
So someone just went to, like, Timson's and bought a golf trophy. So if you watch the first series of Taskmaster, I'm just given, like, the generic trophy from a window of a trophy shop.
Wow.
So everyone else has got the Greg head, but I haven't.
Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah, well, there we go. Maybe I'll get... What would Champion of Champions be? A model of... Because we've already got Greg's head and the rest of his body.
His cock. I haven't got his cock yet.
Yeah, so I'll just have the cock.
golden cock. Well, look, it's lovely to have you here.
Oh,
Thanks
it's a
so much for
pleasure.
coming
I'll
up. Ladies
come
and
again
gentlemen,
soon. Thank you.
give a massive round of applause. The incredible Josh Widdicombe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You have been listening to RHLSTP with me, Richard Herring, and my guest, Josh Widdicombe. Thank you to Scant Regard for playing this music. I'm indebted to my producer, Ben Walker, who is not here yet, so I'm indebted to Jess Davies instead. Thank you to George, the incompetent sound man, as well. He's doing a great job back there. Thank you also to Chris Evans, not that one, and all of his strange Welsh crew from Wales. And what else have I got to say? Thank you to everyone at the Leicester Square Theatre. It's all been very good. This is a Sky Potato Fuzz and GoFasterStripe.com production. Good day to you.